customer handed me a $700 tip on a $30 tab, then whispered, "Don't thank me, just do exactly what I say in the next 5 minutes." I looked at the check presenter. $700 tip on 2 coffees and a slice of pie. My hands were shaking. I'm a single mom working doubles at a diner off Route 9. $700 is my rent. The man in booth 4 had been here an hour, quiet, polite, drank his coffee, slow. Mid-50s, reading glasses, the kind of guy who folds his napkin before leaving. Nothing about him was alarming until right now. He leaned in. "There's a woman about to walk through that door. She'll sit at the counter and order a water. When she does, I need you to spill something on her. Coffee, soup, anything. Make it look like an accident. Then apologize and offer to help her clean up in the back. Keep her there for 10 minutes. I stared at him. "What? You heard me. Why would I do that? Because I'm paying you to." He nodded at the tip. "Who is she?" "That doesn't concern you." I pushed the check presenter back. "I'm not doing that." He pushed it back. "It's $700. You pour coffee on a stranger and walk her to the bathroom. That's it. That's not it. You're asking me to lure a woman somewhere." He paused, took off his glasses, cleaned them with his shirt, then looked at me like I was a math problem he was recalculating. "Let me rephrase. I'm her husband. She's meeting a man here in 15 minutes. A man she's been seeing for 4 months. I just need her delayed long enough for me to be sitting in her seat when he arrives. That's all." He put his glasses back on. "I'm not going to hurt anyone. I just want to see his face when he realizes he's been meeting a married woman whose husband knows every detail." I didn't move. He pulled out his phone and showed me a screenshot. Text between his wife and someone saved as gym trainer. The messages were not about fitness. Dates, times, this diner, booth 6, every Tuesday. "Today is Tuesday," he said. I looked at booth 6. Empty. I looked at the door. I looked at the $700. I have a 4-year-old who needs new shoes and a landlord who doesn't accept apologies. But I'm not spilling coffee on a stranger for money. I slid the check back. "I can't do what you're asking, but I can seat you at booth 6 right now if you want." He stared at me for a long time. Then something shifted in his face. Not anger. Relief. Like he'd been testing me and I'd given the right answer. "Booth 6 works." I moved him. He ordered another coffee and sat with his back to the door reading his book like nothing in the world was wrong. 6 minutes later, she walked in. Blonde, gym bag over her shoulder, wedding ring visible from across the room. She scanned the booths, saw someone in 6, and walked over with a smile that disappeared the second she saw who it was. Orland, barely a whisper. "What are you doing here?" He didn't look up. "Having coffee." "What are you doing here, Celeste?" She froze. "Meeting a friend." "Which friend?" "You don't know her. Try me." She didn't answer. He turned a page. "You can sit. He'll be here soon." Color drained from her face. She sat down slowly like the chair might swallow her. Neither spoke. I refilled waters at the counter, trying not to stare. 3 minutes later, the door opened. A younger guy walked in. Tan, fitted shirt. Looked like he spent more time on his hair than I spend on my taxes. He spotted booth 6 and started walking over. Then he saw Orland. He stopped. Celeste wouldn't look at him. Orland glanced up from his book and said loud enough for the diner to hear, "You must be the gym trainer. Pull up a chair. I'd love to hear about my wife's fitness routine." The guy turned and walked out the door without a word. Celeste started crying. Orland closed his book, set it on the table, and stood up. He looked down at her. "I wasn't here to fight. I was here so you'd know that I know. What you do with that is up to you." He walked to the register, paid his bill, and left a $200 tip. Not $700. But as he handed me the receipt, he said, "Thank you for not pouring coffee on my wife." Then he walked out. Celeste sat in booth 6 alone for 40 minutes. Didn't order anything, didn't call anyone, just sat there. When she finally left, she stopped at the counter and looked at me. "How long was he here before I came in?" "An hour." She nodded slowly. "He always was the most patient man I ever met." The bell rang as she walked out and I never saw either of them again.